Good morning. My name is Tim Adams, and I'm the president and CEO of the Institute of International Finance. We represent over 400 of the world's largest global financial institutions, hailing from more than 60 countries. I want to thank the organizers at the Institute for Global Economics and Shinhan Financial Group for the invitation to speak to you here today. While I'm unable to join you in person, I'm certainly with you in spirit, and my colleague Sonia Gibbs will be representing the IF. They are in person later today in Seoul. And what a great city it is. Seoul is such a dynamic city of innovation and entrepreneurship. It really exemplifies many of the ideals we share for a sustainable and prosperous future. Our mission at the IF is to promote sustainable economic growth and financial stability and to scan the horizon for cutting-edge technologies and innovations that the financial sector and policymakers will need to understand and embrace. And needless to say, our industry and our economies are changing rapidly, with emergence and adoption of these new technologies, such as artificial intelligence, tokenization, and quantum computing, just to name a few in the digital space. Relatedly, we are proud to be leading a private sector partnership with the BIS in an exciting new cross-border digital asset and payments project called Project Agora, which is composed of 7 central banks, including your very own Bank of Korea. We'll be releasing more information about this exciting project over the coming weeks. Today, however, I'm going to focus on another critical driver of innovation and economic and financial change, and that's the transition to a low-carbon future. And I'll do this by highlighting 3 key topics. 1, sustainable finance and transition finance will drive long-term economic growth. 2, global financial centers will play a critical role in that transition. And 3, the Asia-Pacific region, and Korea specifically, are uniquely positioned to lead as financial hubs in a reimagined low-carbon economy. So first, achieving a pro-growth net zero transition will require a significant reallocation of capital as well as new additional capital. So the global financial industry has moved quickly to finance the many opportunities that have risen thus far, including new green industries, climate solutions, and climate-smart infrastructure. But more is needed to achieve an economy-wide, global-wide transition. Recent estimates suggest that achieving a net zero transition by 2050 will require $275 trillion, that's with a T, $275 trillion in investment in physical activities by 2050, or about $9.2 trillion per year. That includes both $6.4 trillion in low-emission green assets and also, crucially, $2.8 trillion per year in critical high-emission assets needed to support the economy as the transition advances. So we have to finance both the green and the brown in order to get the brown to turn green. Both are required. And ignoring decarbonization is not an option. The global economy will lose almost 20% of GDP from climate change by 2050 if no action is taken. In addition to capital, we need a full spectrum of financial products, supporting policies, and an innovation-fostering environment. And as I mentioned, the Asia-Pacific region, Korea specifically, are uniquely positioned to deliver these goals. APEC, ex-China, has increased annual clean energy investment by over $30 billion per year over the last several years. Globally, for each dollar invested in fossil fuels, about $1.8 is expected to be invested in clean energy just this year alone, up from just $1 to 2015. So the ratio has changed radically and will continue to change. ESG debt topped $6.3 trillion globally this year, 2024, up from $5.1 trillion from just a year ago. And Korea, with $34 billion outstanding in sustainability bonds at the beginning of this year, is among the world's leaders in this area, surpassed only by the US and France. Korea is also a leader in the transition to electric vehicles. Over the past 4 years, Korean EV sales have averaged over 100,000 units per year, more than double the rate per capita of others in the region. And more broadly, the regional EV market is estimated to hit $250 billion this year, and then expecting to surge to almost $700 billion by 2029, an annual growth rate of close to 20%. Second, as the transition towards the net zero economy accelerates around the world, it is evident that major financial centers like Seoul will play a critical role. By clustering financial market intermediaries and supporting institutions into an integrated ecosystem, Seoul and other financial centers in the region are mobilizing capital for green projects and are promoting sustainable investment. Global financial hubs have typically been at the heart of economic development, driving innovation, growth, and prosperity. And as we stand at the crossroads of an historic global industrial economic transformation, the role and responsibilities of global financial hubs have never been more critical, fueling collaboration between regulators, financial institutions, businesses, and civil society. Third, we are witnessing a significant shift in the global financial landscape, with the center of economic gravity increasingly moving towards Asia. This dynamic region, while being one of the most vulnerable to climate change and economic disruptions, also holds immense potential to lead and facilitate the transition to a low-carbon, net-zero world. And Korea has the opportunity to become one of the top global financial hubs for sustainable and transition finance. How? First, Korea must continue to build on its internationally competitive business environment while partnering with other financial hubs to facilitate trade and knowledge transfer. This dual approach will strengthen Korea's position in the global financial landscape. Second, Korea must provide an enabling regulatory environment, notably developing clear ESG disclosure frameworks and promoting green financial products. Third, Korea should foster innovation-driving public-private partnerships, pulling in the public sector, the financial institutions, and the business community. Fourth, Korea should facilitate links between regulators and market participants to ensure that regulation and regulatory changes are well understood by impacted parties. And finally, Korea must continue attracting, upskilling, and retaining talented human capital, investing in education and skills through tailored training programs, developing networks to support local workforces, and providing attractive work environments are essential for building a skilled and competitive workforce. Obviously, Korea has already made significant advancements in all of these areas. The government's commitment to green growth, carbon neutrality, and clean energy investments, along with an innovative spirit of Korean businesses and financial institutions, have already laid a very strong foundation. More specifically, Korea's progress towards ESG reporting, sustainable fund regulation, the K taxonomy, and the stewardship code demonstrates quite clearly the country's strong commitment to sustainability. I hope this discussion today will further accelerate the growth and progress we have seen to date, fostering dialogue and leveraging collective strengths and an innovative spirit to build a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Korea, with its strategic vision and commitment to sustainability and increasingly international reach, is well positioned to enhance its competitiveness and become one of the leading global financial hubs. Congratulations for bringing together such an impressive group for today's event, and my very best wishes for a successful discussions. Thank you very much.